good morning from Acle. Looks like it's going to be another beautiful day today. Had a really nice meal at the Acle Bridge Inn last night. A few people setting off this morning. Hopefully it stays like this, that'd be nice. Yes, a few people setting off already, Al.
Yeah.
What time is it? It's probably about 9ish, half 9, I think.
It's about half 9, isn't it? Looks as though the weather is changing again.
It does. We had a nice meal at the Acle Bridge Inn. The food was really good. What did you think of the
really
food?
Nice, nice service as well, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, really good service. You had a steak, didn't you? I went for the gammon, which was really, really nice. So, plan today, Al, what are your thoughts?
Well, I don't think we're heading south, but I don't think we'll get across to about, what, half 4, maybe 4?
Yes, yeah.
So, then we'll head up, maybe to, like we said, to St Olaves.
Yeah, that'd be, sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? I think low tide's at 5:30 though, so we're going to have a probably set off a little bit later and then just have a very slow kind of cruise down to the yacht station. We'll see where the day takes us. Leaving the Acle Bridge Inn now to head off. Gonna have a slow trek down the River Bure. It's just before midday, so it might be a slow cruise down and possibly have to wait at Great Yarmouth Yacht Station until it's time to cross for the river height. Okay, so we're not far from Stokesby now. And Al, what were your thoughts about our mooring last night outside the Acle Bridge Inn? It's a nice little spot, wasn't it? To have some food.
Yeah, it's ideal, lovely pub. I can't believe the amount of times we've passed it, we've never tried it.
I know, yeah.
But we did last night and it was really nice,
and we've always heard, you know, good things about the pub and the food, haven't we? So we kind of thought we'd have to try.
I think a lot of times when we pass, it's always full. I know the moorings just by, but
yeah, we've never managed to get in.
We've had a couple of pints in there, but we've never eaten.
Yeah, you've had a few drinks in like their beer garden, so they've got a lovely kind of outside beer garden space, haven't they? Especially when the weather's nice. Just a lovely view of the river and the boats going by.
One thing I didn't know, that they had electric there. Not as though we need it, but it's always handy.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either, actually. Well, you spotted it, that they had electric. The mooring there is through like mooring rings, aren't they?
Yeah, which is easy.
And it's quite nice in a way, because it means that you don't have to kind of step off to release your ropes in the morning. You can just do it all from the boat.
And
Just makes it a bit less faffy, I think.
The other good point was the road noise over the bridge. I thought it might have been a bit of a problem, but it wasn't at all. No, it wasn't a problem, no. It was a bit of a windy day yesterday, because I think a few people were having real issues getting moored up, because I think although the tides were okay, like the wind was just pushing you away. Yeah, the crossing was pushing you out from the quay heading bit, which made it a bit of a nightmare. So the weather conditions were quite bad with the crosswind. So obviously we were told before we got there, we managed to get in just. Yeah. But we were told that there was a few boaters who gave up and just left. Yeah. We got chatting to a bloke in the boat behind us who was saying that A couple of boaters just had to move on. I think just because well, I think I think with the boat that we're on, having thrusters really helps, and also with it being a bit of a bigger, heavier boat, I think you get a bit more control, I think, so it doesn't drift out perhaps as much in the wind compared to if you're a bit of a lighter boat. So coming back past the ferry now, Stokesby, and the 3 moorings to the left. So there's a space available, Al.
Yes.
You don't see many spaces free there at Stokesby. And Al, the bakery behind the Ferry Inn, we never got to try there, did we? That was meant to be really good. The house looks like it's done now, doesn't it, Al? The house they're doing up there on the corner.
Yeah.
Really nice. Come up to the Stracy Arms Mill now, and we've got the donkeys out. We didn't see them coming down here, did we? Gap moorings to the right, which are just 2-hour safety moorings for demasting or emergencies only, apparently. So we're not too far from Great Yarmouth, or Great Yarmouth Yacht Station. It's about 2:05, so we may have to probably hang there for maybe an hour or 2 before we can cross Breydon. But the tide's going out now because we've not changed our revs at all, and our speed's gone up from about 3 miles an hour to about 4.5, nearly 5, so you can always tell when you're travelling with the tide and against it. So at least that means that the bridge height is going to be dropping. So we're moored up at Great Yarmouth Yacht Station. Just waiting for the bridge light to drop. The bridge mark is just on 9 feet, whereas we need 9 feet 8. You can see already how, just by the quay heading, the river height's dropping quite quickly, and how the tide is just going out. So hopefully it shouldn't be too long a wait. Be interesting to see what the bridge marker is at now.
Oh.
I think it's just over 9 feet, so it's dropping quite quickly, isn't it?
We'll wait till
So we
about
might
10,
just need to be, yeah,
so we've got a couple of inches.
maybe just have a maybe half-hour wait, quicker than we thought it'd be. It said low water was about 20 to 6. Yeah, so it's well over 9 now. I mean, of all places, this is where you need a key assistant, isn't it? When it's so tidal. And the current can be quite strong. Yeah. Okay, so we've left the yacht station and we're back out onto Breydon Water. It's just coming up to 4:30, so we got across a little bit earlier than we thought we would. And plenty of room under the bridge for getting under. Thinking that when we get across, possibly St Olaves this evening for a few drinks, maybe some food as well. Had forecast for weather warnings like Really like heavy rain and wind, but nothing as of yet, fingers crossed. Hope it stays that way. Although in the far distance to the right there, it doesn't look too clever. So we're coming to the end of Breydon Water.
Yeah, it's nice to be south again, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Where it's a bit more peace and quiet, I think. So at the end here, we can turn right onto the River Yare or left to head onto the River Waveney, which is the route we want to be going on for getting to St Olaves for the evening, hopefully. So we've got the Burning Arms to our right. You can just see the mill. But we're going straight ahead. Passing the Fisherman's Inn, just to our left. Not been in there, but I think they've got quite a nice outside seating area from the looks of things. And we're continuing straight on. We've got the Spirit of Breydon just to the left. So do you want to go the front or the back, do you think?
Do you reckon?
We could go behind potentially.
But that's too long for the electric post. Come the front.
Okay, so we're all moored up at St Olaves for the evening. The weather's taking a bit of a turn for the worst. Just a little bit of drizzle. We've got a nice view of the mill there as well. So it seems like it's going to be set in for the whole evening. But I think it will call for probably a pub trip to the Bell. We're just heading now to the Bell in St Olaves. So what's the bridge right there out at the St Olaves Bridge? It's about 10, is it just over 10 I think? So tide's still rushing out. Well, there's no one moored up, Al. Yeah, all the moorings are free. Yeah, I heard this is the oldest pub on the Broads, but I might have just made it up. Right, here we go. Right, time to head back to the boat. So we're back from the Bell in St Olaves. What do you think of the food?
As always, absolutely fantastic.
It's really nice, wasn't it?
And it's the value for money is unbelievable, isn't it? You know what I mean?
No,
For
it's
what
really
you
nice.
get.
I had the gammon, egg and chips, which was really nice. Good value for money, loads of food. Would go back there again?
Well, we've been a few times before, and we'll definitely go back again.
Definitely go back there again. Yeah, definitely. I think time probably for an early night and then head off early in the morning.